Hi everyone, welcome back to Cookies Tarot YouTube. Today we're going to be doing another 7-day look ahead from Aries to Pisces. And we're going to start with Aries first. Your spirit guides, what is coming up for Aries over the next 7 days? What is coming up for Aries over the next 7 days? Next 7 days for Aries. Next 7 days for Aries. What's coming up over the next 7 days for Aries? Okay, so for Aries, you could be dealing with a Taurus or just like some type of higher level of commitment. You could be called back towards something and you might feel conflicted about returning back to a situation. You may still be harboring some doubts or resentment in this situation. You may feel a little confused as to how you're going to go about this transaction or connection. But I do see that you will ultimately be able to find a solution and work something out. So I do see you returning back towards some level of commitment, although you may feel a little confused or conflicted about it initially. Okay, so next we're doing Taurus. Guys, what is coming up over the next 7 days for Taurus? What is coming up over the next 7 days for Taurus? Next 7 days for Taurus. Coming up over the next 7 days for Taurus. It's coming up over the next 7 days for Taurus. Okay, so for Tauruses, you could be dealing with a Gemini or a Virgo. So I'm getting the sense that you could be sharing or donating your wealth or your resources to help someone out. You may feel like you're wanting to put the past behind you, and you could be reacting quickly or too quickly, and it may not serve you well. You may feel like a situation is a waste of time or a waste of effort. Something will go down where you have the best intentions, but the result of whatever you're doing may have been a waste of time, unfortunately, or a waste of opportunity. Okay, so that's Taurus. Next we have Geminis. Universe, guys, what is coming up over the next 7 days for Geminis? What is coming up over the next 7 days for Geminis? Next 7 days for Geminis. Next 7 days for Geminis. What's coming? Too many cards. Just need 2 more cards, please. Next 7 days for Geminis. Next 7 days for Geminis. Okay. So for Geminis, you may be spending time with family. You may just have that on your mind, like your long-term stability, because I feel like you may be really conflicted or at a loss of how to go about some type of stability or long-term security. You may feel like your efforts are falling short in a connection or in regards to work. You may feel ghosted by someone. You may just feel emotionally neglected as well. Okay, so that's for Geminis. Next, we're doing Cancers. Universe, spirit guys, what is coming up over the next 7 days for Cancers? Cancers. Next 7 days for Cancers, please. What is coming up over the next 7 days for Cancers? Next 7 days for Cancers. Next 7 days for Cancers. 1 more card for Cancers. Next 7 days for Cancers. Okay, so for Cancers, you could be dealing with a fire energy, particularly a Leo. So some situation has you feeling low self-confidence. You may be feeling fearful of something, or you may be really angry towards someone. Yeah, I'm just getting the sense that you're lacking self-belief or confidence that something's going to work out. Someone could be gossiping about you. Someone could be putting you in a third-party situation. With 3 of Cups in reverse, that's like, gossip, sabotage, betrayal. And also you may be feeling a lack of cohesion with your loved ones, with your coworkers. There may be conflicts, or you may feel like you're not making enough money to support those you love. So that's for Cancers. Next, we have Leos. Universe, Spirit guides, what is coming up over the next 7 days for Leos? Next 7 days for Leos. What is coming up over the next 7 days for Leos? What is coming up over the next 7 days for Leos? What is coming up over the next 7 days for Leos? One more card, please. One more card. Okay. So for Leos, you could be dealing with another fire energy. So something may happen where you may feel like you're at a loss, like a situation where you feel at a loss and you're not sure how to move forward with it. But I do see you overcoming some sort of challenge. You could be doing this with the help of other people. You could be overcoming competition, coming into an agreement, a truce, but you may feel unsure of it, but you will find your footing and you will be able to be in the position that you're wanting to be in. So this could be a leadership position. This could be in regards to a relationship with a father figure. This could be just you feeling more disciplined and having structure overall. And next we have Virgos. Universe, Spirit guides, what is coming up over the next 7 days for Virgos? What is coming up over the next 7 days for Virgos? What is coming up over the next 7 days for Virgos? Virgos. What is coming up over the next 7 days for Virgos? What is coming up? One more card, please. Thank you. So for Virgos, you could be dealing with a Leo or a Cancer. You could be paying off debts. You could be feeling like your source of financial help is drying up. Something about your finances isn't being balanced. So you may be going further into debt or just having like an imbalanced relationship with someone where you feel like you're giving more and they're not giving anything towards you. You may feel lack of confidence. You may be overspending. You could be traveling as well. You could be buying a vehicle. And you may decide to part ways with someone that you realize that you're just putting too much effort and time into, or a connection. Okay, so next we have Libras. Universe, Spirit guides, what is coming up over the next 7 days for Libras? Next 7 days for Libras. What is coming up over the next 7 days for Libras? Libras. What is coming up over the next 7 days for Libras? What is coming up over the next 7 days for Libras? Okay, so for Libras, you could be dealing with an Aries or a father figure. It seems like someone with authority could be trying to take advantage of you, Libras. I'm getting sneaky energy, scheming, cheating, lying, trickster energy. Someone may hold all the power in a situation, and they may feel like they are in a position to manipulate you or to just to manipulate you or get the upper hand in a situation. You could be feeling chaotic. You may not be able to handle your love life and your career and your personal life. So something seems very chaotic because someone feels like they have all the power in a situation. Okay, next we have Scorpios. Spirit guides, what is coming up over the next 7 days for Scorpios? What is coming up over the next 7 days for Scorpios? What is coming up over the next 7 days for Scorpios? Scorpio. What is coming up over the next 7 days for... Okay, so this one fell first. This one fell second. And then one more. What's coming up over the next 7 days for Scorpios? What's coming up over the next 7 days? Too many cards. Just one more card, please. Thank you. Okay, so for Scorpios, you may be coming into a financial opportunity. This could be a new job. Someone could be offering you a gift or just a new financial blessing. Make sure not to squander it, because I do see like something good happening, but then you may feel like you may act a little recklessly. You may not plan something out, so something may fall apart. So watch your temper, watch your words, watch your actions. Make sure that you're planning something well, thinking ahead of time before it goes south. Okay, next we have Sagittarius. Universe, Spirit guys, what is coming up over the next 7 days for Sagittarius? What is coming up over the next 7 days for Sagittarius? What is coming up over the next 7 days for Sagittarius? What is coming up? Too many cards. 2 more cards, please. 1 more card. Next 7. Thank you. So for Sagittarius, you could be dealing with a water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I feel like you're not taking guidance, you're not taking heed to the red flags that your intuition is sending you. You could be blamed for something, you could be blaming others for something. So you may need to just have patience, be calm in a situation, because I do see some type of obstacle coming your way where you should have relied on your intuition and taken heed of the red flags instead of ignoring them. Because by not doing so, you may run into some obstacles or get into a situation where you are being blamed. Next we have Capricorns. Guys, what is coming up over the next 7 days for Capricorns? What is coming up over the next 7 days for Capricorns? What's coming up over the next 7 days for Capricorns? 1 more card for Capricorns. 1 more card for Capricorns. Next 7 days for Capricorns, please. Next 7 days for Capricorns. Thank you. So for Capricorns, you could be dealing with heavy air energy, especially Libra. There could be a pregnancy warning for some of you. This may not apply to all of you, obviously, but you could be wanting to return to a situation because this person's pregnant, or you could be returning to a situation and wanting to fix it so that the future will be more abundant. You could be trying to overcome some sort of anxiety or fear or just self-limiting beliefs. But you know, you're trying to escape that mentality. However, you keep going back and forth and you're unable to really move past that uncertainty, whatever you're feeling. But I do see you returning back to someone because you do see a lot of potential in this person. I have to sneeze, sorry. Sorry. All right, next we have Aquarius. Okay. Universe, Spirit guys, what is coming up over the next 7 days for Aquariuses? What is coming up over the next 7 days for Aquariuses? What is coming up over the next 7 days for Aquarius? Next 7 days for Aquarius. What is coming up over the next 7 days for Aquarius? 1 more card, please. Just 1 more card. Next 7 days. Thank you. So for Aquariuses, you could be dealing with someone who may be a little emotionally volatile. This could be a fire energy. This could be someone who exudes a lot of sexual energy. You could be dealing with your own sexuality. But you seem to be on the fence with this connection. You don't know. I'm hearing like you don't know what this person is capable of. So you're just kind of like waiting in suspense for something to fall through. And with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, something may be falling through. You may have been wary of this person and you're finally realizing that the situation, there's no balance in this situation, so it's something that you're willing to let go, or it could just be causing chaos for you if you're not letting it go. Okay, last but not least, Pisces. Remember, Spirit guys, what is coming up over the next 7 days for Pisces? What is coming up over the next 7 days for Pisces? What is coming up over the next 7 days for Pisces? Next 7 days for Pisces. Thank you. Okay, so you could be dealing with a Libra, you could be dealing with another Pisces, but so I'm seeing balance and karma, so you could be facing the consequences of your previous actions, whether they're good or bad. So I do see a balancing out, karma, consequences, cause and effect. And this may actually, because of this balancing out, you may feel like you're being pushed aside. You may feel like a situation or a connection is uncertain. So I'm seeing that there's a balancing out behind the scenes that you're currently not aware of. And you just have to trust your intuition. And you may feel like in the short run, you may be backing down, or you may not get your way. But behind the scenes, there is some type of balancing out and getting clarity in a situation. Okay, so that's for Pisces. All right, thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I'll see you next time.